We could run that on the low line. I put it too far away. Oh, dang it. I think it's 6 tiles maximum we worked out. What game is better, Factorio or this? I love Factorio. I'm really enjoying this game. I don't know if you want to say if one's better than the other. What are they? Mark II. After plastic, aren't we? So there's no use for rubber yet, is that correct? Is Factorio your favourite game ever? You can't be saying things like that. Ever? Ever? Do you realise how many games I've played? Is it better to play with friends or alone? Factorio... I don't know how to answer that. It depends how you like playing games, really. Factorio is definitely better with friends, I think, because there's so much to do and so many parts of the map, it's hard to deal with everything. It's just more fun if, like, one of you concentrates on science and one of you concentrates on, you know, production, one of you... It's more fun. But this game, probably, like, 2 or 3 people is probably the optimum moment, I think. Right, so we're going to have to split off plastic, and we're going to have to split off these things. So we'll have to split it off on that side and then bring it down and underneath. Essentially, that's what we'll have to do. I think Factorio is probably the most, like, complete factory game. Like, there's very little you can't do in Factorio. You can set up logic circuits to fine-tune things, you know, you can have systems turned off based on how much of something you've got. Like, you can really go to town on Factorio. A factory tour. Yes, but I need to get this done first, so we'll do that in a bit. We're just on the upper floor at the moment, working out the green set. What is he doing? What are you building over there? A tower?
Just seeing what the fuel generator takes.
I was wondering what you were building then.
I didn't realise it was
That big.
big.
Right, so if we split that off there like that. Notice how they kind of clip into each other. Like, the weird thing about that is that will still work because they're not physically connected, but it kind of looks neat. Obviously, you can't ever use these outputs, but it kind of looks neat when they're like that. Have you thought about building top-down storage stacks? Yeah, but my kind of view on storage stacks is that they should only ever be a little bit of a buffer. I don't consider that you should be stockpiling stuff. I mean, you could build an entire room over there and just have like many stacks of things and just warehouse it essentially. But if you're doing that, you're not really using your stuff properly. I'm liking the game Dr. Orange. I think it's really fun. I've just got one Echolost, thanks. Paul, there is someone that made a 16-bit RISC processor with a 512-byte ROM and 128 SRAM memory in Factorio. Do you know what? I love it when you get people like that do just insane kind of why type stuff, but it's just amazing that they're able to do it, you know? This is a Mark II. I don't know. Oops. I'm liking that. Too steep? Really? Look too steep. Right, that's one sec. Uh, 60 plastic. Yeah, that's a 60, but that's more than enough. And then we'll just guide the wire in. I wonder if you should design your main bus so that you've got power running down the same thing. The only problem is when it clips on the belt. I mean, it would be convenient. You know, like a Factorio, you have your belt and you'll often run pipe along it. And you could even make it so you run your power along it. I'd like to be able to run power down here, but I don't know how well it's practically going to work. Great if you could just, every time you put one of these down, just put one of those down like that. And then just link it up. That kind of thing. But then when you want to branch it, like how well does it work? Yeah, it could work. Yachts 5 t-shirts close to being ready, Boeing. But the thing is, I don't want to... I've got to basically then... I'm going to contact Teespring tomorrow. Well, what day are we on? Saturday. Got to contact Teespring on Monday. Get like a print done just to make sure it's okay. Get it sent in. That'll take a week. And then once that's finalised, should be good to go ahead and actually publish it. 5 per minute. $7.5 per minute. There are no bottlenecks problem. What do you mean? What's the point of conveyor belts in this game apart from transportation? Aren't conveyor belts all about transportation? How are you supposed to get goods around your factory if you've got no belt? See, I'm thinking we probably need to have 2 of these. I'm almost certain that we should have 2 of these. You use 3 because the circuit boards are pretty so solid, as in 3 assemblers. What you don't understand is iron plates and iron rods both have the same output numbers, yet are produced at completely different amounts. Is it not to do, Tuscan, with the amount of metal? Like, a plate of iron versus a rod, you could probably make like 2 or 3 rods for 1 plate with the same metal. Isn't it all about that? I don't know if that's going to work. Oh, it does. That's good. Game Dev Math says they should produce the same amount. I don't know. Probably going to need fine tuning. We'll see. I mean, this is going to take, well, it needs 90 wire. I don't think it's going to hit 100% with 90 wire at the moment. That means we need 180 wire upstream. per minute, and we're not producing that. I think we're producing 3 times 45 if I remember. Let's just go and have a look. Yeah. We would need to have another. It's probably not worth overclocking this. That's 135 split by 2, 70-ish, so 60 something. We want to get this down to like 60 something. Just turn the shard off for a second. Yeah. It's probably just not worth power sharding that. It's getting 135 copper and taking 120 in, so it's 15 per minute coil. Too much. How long do they last? They don't disappear as far as I know, really, unless you use them as fuel. If you put them in a truck and use them as fuel, I think they get consumed. So we're making 5 there and 5 there, so we're making 10 circuits a minute, which is not exactly astounding numbers. But yeah, if you want to scale that up, we're going to need a lot more coils, but because I've left space up there, we could tap that other copper mine that Puppies is on about, smelt even more of it into these coils, throw it down a Mark III belt, and smash it into a few of these things. We're making 10 per minute green circuits.
That ain't bad.
Kind of reminds me of the whole modular frame problem. If we want to make them quicker, we're going to need to make a lot more of these coils. Which I think means tapping into your other copper mine and just smelting all of them in, well, constructing all of them into coils.
Okie dokie.
I mean, technically, we're not tapping the whole of this. Do you know how quickly the ingots are coming down this belt? It's a 120 belt, but what are we actually making?
I'll go and check. I really need to stop jumping off the 3rd floor.
Another assembler and overclock them 3 and overclock the copper.
They're coming down the belt at 120.
They're coming down the belt at 120.
Yep. So
We're consuming at 60. Can they cope with 120 then?
Yep.
Alright, so basically we can duplicate this setup here.
And then we could even expand it if we want. We can just tap the other mine and put them on that same conveyor belt, just upgrade it, and have 270 coming out.
Tricky to fit all this.
I can make the base, if you come this side, Paul, I can make the base wider this side.
Yeah, but this, well, we'd probably need to move this, because this end one here is doing just cables.
Yeah.
So we'd probably just have to move this one over, make this one on the end again, otherwise we're going to have a lot of faff merging over the top of it.
Yeah, it's no problem, we can do it.
But if you stick the base out, how far can that go?
As far as you want it.
Well, yeah, but then it'll be floating over the top, like the underlying base. if we've got enough space there. I mean, if we took this apart, we could probably compress it a little bit, but it's a faff. What Wi-Fi you want?
What we've done.
I don't know what you mean, Skilly. What Wi-Fi am I on? Say again?
We'll just work with what's there. We'll make it work. I don't really fancy taking it all apart.
No, we'll just have to try and make this as compressed as possible. Essentially, we need 4 constructors, and they need to be split and split again with splitters going into the constructors. I don't know, Radley. Why do you ask? I'm not going up another floor. Can't afford. See, I think that's a bit too tight there. Don't like the way it snaps like that. Like, why does it snap on the tile? But then if you hold control, you get fine movement. It's so weird. Can you put a splitter up here? Because I'm missing plate.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't build anything. I'm going to have to go and get some iron plate. We show where it's all coming from. Can do. Let me try and get some plate from somewhere. Wow, just nothing in storage. Wait, I thought that was always full of plate. I feel like that's going down. There should be a way to skip to the 4-year sub badge. Oh, this game is struggling frame rise right now. Ugh. Trying to think of the best place to merge it. What we could do is just build there, and then we can send this belt over the top of this to there. Because I don't want to faff around with that. think we'll have to do that. You hope some sort of aircraft will be available. How many hours in the save? 22, coming up for 23. What just happened? Place the cables in the middle. I think we could just belt over the top with the coils. Like that, basically. That'll have to be made into Mark III, I think. What's this on the end you're making?
I thought we were moving the
Yeah,
cable.
don't worry. Just don't bother. I decided that's way too complex. We'll just go over the top though. I've got the stuff ready.
Okay.
Yeah. As long as we get it into this belt where I am here.
Yep.
That's all that matters. Done TTMD, thank you for a year. Keep up the great work. Thank you for your support, Dom. Gastus is almost 3 years, thank you. Polish Custom Skins, well, here's another month. 28 months, got your Discord message, we'll see what I can do. Alright, mate. DJ Kenty, 21 months, 3 months to 2 year achievement. Won't be long. Check on our power. I swear our power requirements are going down. It's bizarre. Well, I don't know if that's going to fit though, you know. Yeah, well. 45 per minute, 45's cool there, but then that needs to be Mark II. Is it worth an hour? Should people wait, Glorified Gamer? Let me put it this way, Glorified Gamer. I've got 23 hours in this game at the moment, you know, and we've still got more tech to do. So that's pretty decent. And the next time you build a factory, you can do it completely different. Yeah, I'm going to go and upgrade the downstream. This is fine to be... Wait, 45 times 4. Oh, yes, it is. 45 times 4. Ook. What's that coming out of there then? Oh boy, that's a lot of coils. 88 per minute. That should stay on 100. I'm fairly sure we could probably drive another assembly, you know.
Yeah, I think we're good. We've got plenty of copper now. The only question mark is if the screw production downstairs can handle it.
Wait, the screw reduction, what's it bringing up here?
Never mind, I'm thinking of the wrong one. Takes plastic, doesn't it?
You do know those trailers have 19 variants? I do. I do, Paulie. It's a pack. You know, I just threw it in there. If you just want to do the truck, that's cool. If you want to do something on a trailer, that's fine. I'll leave it to you. I put it to 148%. There you go. The question is, how we're going to merge all this into here now? Ooh. Why the gap, out of curiosity?
Not sure. I may have not seen the gap because I didn't stand back far enough when placing it.
It might be worth compressing it now rather than later. Have you got a spare shard as well?
I have 3.
Cool, so we can overclock it. You've got too many unplayed games, coaches. I think everybody has. The problem is you end up buying a load of stuff in the Steam sales. And then you never play it. But you bought it because it was a good offer. Yeah, you might play it. You know, that day when you might actually play it. The day that will never actually come. But you might do. Just needs a shard in there.
Shard is in.
When's the Steam... Is there going to be a Steam Easter sale? I can't remember. I think there's a summer sale. But I can't remember if there's an Easter sale. Oh, we have 230 circuits. And we're chucking out, what, 22 a minute now? That's not bad.
It's better than the frames were doing.
And we can, if we need to later, add another assembler that way, I think.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
The mechanization is real. If I buy more games I'm never going to play, I have a high chance of playing something. I doubt it, Zugwig. When was the last time, Zugwig, you went back through your Steam library, picked off a game that you probably bought like a year ago, and installed it and played it? factory tour. I shall try and give you a factory tour. So this is the upper deck. So the upper deck is like the higher tier components, I guess, in the sense that you've got circuits being made and computers are going to be made down here. This is your high-tech floor then, I guess. Next floor is going to be lingerie, but this floor is high-tech. So you've got plastic and fuel and rubber are coming in here. They come direct from the refinery. I'll show you the refinery later. But I'll just show you where it is. The refinery is all the way down there. And it comes in very long triple conveyor belts that come all the way up here like that with fuel, rubber and plastic. And currently they then go into storage here. So they get split off into storage, yeah? And the rest carries on. So we can do something with this later, but there's no use for rubber right now. Plastic's just, well, accumulating, and fuel's not really being used. So that's that floor in a nutshell. Copper, pre-production, into circuits. We go down a floor. It's more or less about steel downstairs. A lot of the mines, by the way, are back there. So if you just quickly have a look. A lot of the mining is done on the west side of the base. And often it's smelted before it comes in, but sometimes it just comes straight into the smelters here. It depends. The trouble with the smelters is they make all this smoke, you see, so you don't really want it in your factory. But yeah, you can see where it comes in. There, and here. To ramp out that way to refinery. So in here, this is mostly about iron at this point. So iron ingots get made. Oh, I'm stuck. Concrete. Concrete is belted in at high speed. We have insane amounts of concrete. Like, we're producing way more concrete than we need. It's made outside and it gets shipped in on this belt, triple stacked, and then fed around the factory. Biome, we're on the kind of rocky biome. I think it's the middle map of the three. So yeah, you've got iron ingots coming in from outside as well. They get fed in to here. I'm trying to get high view. There we go. There we go. So yeah, iron ingots, iron bars, iron plates, iron everything. Central belt, one of them's not being used yet, but the other one's got iron bars on it, concrete going downstream. On this side of the factory, we have copper and stuff. So what have we got in here? Okay, iron ingots being made, and steel. All right, there you go. So steel beams are made here, and I think that's, yeah. What do they call them? Steel bars. Steel bars are being made. They're shipped off downstream. The copper's there. Copper wire comes in. What's this one doing? Stators. Oh yeah. So this is where the rotors and motors are made. So stators go into here. They're piling up. And then we're going to have motors being built further down. This one takes stuff from downstream and produces heavy modular frames. These are a pain to make. 27% efficiency. We have a steel pipe problem.
I'm guessing for the frames.
Yeah, but like this assembler's running at 27% efficiency because it's starved of steel pipes. Because they're being split off into stators and not enough are being made upstream. Yeah, we need more of these. More of these steel ingot consumers. Yeah, we're chucking 90 steel ingots into the container per minute. Any chance you could make 2 more of these steel bar producers?
I shall have a look.
So yeah, well, we'll fix that. So this is where steely things are made. Modular frames, that kind of stuff. Screws, lots and lots and lots of screws. That's making modular frames. That's making encased industrial beams, which are stored in there. This machine is... That's making frames, that's making frames. They're fed into this storage container. The frames then go into this machine, which makes the heavy modular frame. But it's starved of steel pipes, so everything's backlogging. Yeah, the steel pipes are being used. We need a lot of them. And then that is the end product currently, which is the heavy modular frame. That's as far as that goes. So we need to make motors down here. So that's that floor. And then if you drop down to the ground floor, which is where it all kind of began. This is still unfinished, really. But, yeah. We have... Right, something weird going on here. Why is that feeding? Oh, I see. It's storing a container full, that's what it's doing. So yeah, reinforced comes through here, and then keeps going, and half of it's kept as a buffer. The rest goes upstairs. What a heavy modular frame's used for. A lot of it is, you see top right there, a lot of it is sacrificing stuff for the tech gods. Unlocks, basically. That's what you mostly use it for. Top right, it needs heavy modular frames, motors, and computers. So these are making reinforced iron plates, and 75% efficient. You can't make enough screws in this game, it's just ridiculous. %50 efficient, 75% efficient. Yeah. You can see the speed screws are coming off the line there, but there's just not enough of them. Screws come from upstairs. That's chucking out 180 and we're consuming that. You really want the alternate recipes? We've got some of them. Which ones are you thinking? So these screws here. They're not being used. Maybe we should split some of it. Feed it into that. Maybe we should take the output of this and just merge it in there. Stitch plates and alternate encased beams and heavy frames. I don't know which ones we've got for that. Check your iron ore belt near the miner. It looks like you have mixed belt types. Which miner, Dr. D? That's a compressed belt. Dr. D, I don't know which one you mean though. I said I'd take you down to the refinery, we'll do that. For some reason when you're in the truck it's always a bit laggy. Thanks. I think it's the bouncy suspension that does it. Captain. Right, so you can see... Did you put another plastic refinery online, by the way?
No, I haven't been over there yet. Because I have to run because it throws me for a map.
So I'm going over there anyway. 5 motors, 2... Yeah, you don't happen to have the components, do you?
I'll check. I have everything apart from steel pipe.
I've got all that. If you give me the frame and rotor, I can do it.
Okay.
Not bad, AT, thank you. It's the motors I need. Have you not got the motors? Awesome. So we're going to build another plastic refinery. Get more plastic on that belt. So this is the starter tractor, which is just looks hilariously small next to this thing. It looks like a toy, doesn't it? And this is the Bridge of Doom. Captain. They need to add like drawbridges in this game just for the giggles. Right, there's the oil pump. Now the plastic takes 40, well actually that's been overclocked. 45 per minute on that. 30 per minute on that. 75. 60 on that. 135 per minute. I don't even know if I'm making it that quick. Oh yes we are. 240. No problemo. So we'll need to basically merge into that plastic belt there. So I'll probably just add a merge there and just bring some belt to it from over here. We could split it on the outside. Or we could split it here. Different ways of doing it. Another resource you've never seen before. What, the oil? Yeah, the oil gets barreled automatically. Wait, what? There's a wild puppy's jetpacking past me.
Yep.
Where are you going?
Find some slugs.
It's cramped at the factory, not down here. Why not fix it up there? Not sure I understand. Oh, that's a big guy. On a crash site.
Where's that from? The refinery?
Ouch. Wow, this guy's tough.
I'm just trying to figure out where you went.
Right of where you jumped over the water.
Okay.
Found a shard as well.
Nice one.
Yellow power slug. Organs. Yeah, need organs. Oh, 7 computers here. That's rather convenient. And some modular frame and cable and stuff.
Inside the crash was a hard drive.
Have you got the hard drive? You looted it?
Yeah.
We didn't need to power it or anything.
No, this one was operational. There's our favourite plant.
Yep. Private little scumbags. Don't think there's any more shards here.
Don't think so.
Yeah, they do move.
You still near the crash site?
No, why?
I may have upset 3 neighbours.
I'm on my way back. I can hear a thing over here.
I'm dead.
You serious?
Yeah.
Don't even know what you died. Oh.
I'm
back
on
at
my
that
way
crash
back.
site now.
Yeah, I'm on my way back to grab the star.
I can't even find what killed you.
If you go towards the edge of, there's a little hill and then it goes back down.
You wasn't fighting him in the toxic gas, was you?
No, but all 3 charged at me at once, and there's 3 of them there, and they just destroyed me.
They're dead. 3. You can scan for shards, yeah. Puppies has got the scanner. 3 strikes and they're out, yeah. 28 months Dragon Hero. This seems more like organisable than Factorio. Not sure I agree with that, but it is fun. I can hear shard, but I can't find it. Although, no. It's in the rock, you scumbag game. It's actually spawned in the rock. If Rome was here, he could chainsaw the rock for us, but personally, I'm just not OP enough. Welcome back, Melted Dev.
He could also come and collect his dead body. It's been standing near the hub for about 3 days.
Do you know it's a purple one as well? I can tell by the little coloury bits coming off it. Oh, that's so annoying. Mob Groove Factorio is dangerously addictive, that's for sure. Oh, found another one.
Nice one.
Power slugs for the win.
I'm still running back to get my body.
No, you can't destroy the rock. Annoyingly. Not enough space in inventory. Yay. Strong rocks are most like a bit of sulfur update. Oh, do you reckon you'd be able to make explosives and stuff? Oh, wait, you can, but you need to find the hammer first in one of the crash containers. Oh, right, we need to find a hammer in one of the crash containers and then we can destroy rock, apparently.
No, I'm not. I just found some SAM ore.
You use that to make missiles.
Okay.
That was a joke. Sam missiles. Never mind. Surface to air missiles, Sam.
Oh yeah, I
Don't
get
worry.
it now. Sorry.
It was a subtle joke. It was a bad joke, to be honest. You laughed at it. Well, there's me and you laughing. That's about it. Let's put it. I'm not going to have enough inventory space for this. Can I make one of the... Yes. Hmm. I have to move that further along for convenience. Wire splitter. Yeah, I'm basically trying to feed 4 machines equally. I didn't want to just slap it in front of that one because it would mean that would get a third, that would get a third, and then these would get a third, which is not balanced. So we have to go like split, split to balance 4 of them really. What I think I'd like to do is rebuild. I think it's a Mark III build.
New technologies have been developed based on this new element, primarily in power and electronics, and can now be accessed in Hub Tier 5.
What new technology is she on about?
Something that makes high-speed connectors, supercomputers, some limiters, and a smart splitter.
Fuel generator. Consumes fuel to generate electricity to power your grid. Oh, there you go. Start using the fuel now. That's how you get oil power.
Yep. That's SAM or stuff that I picked up. We can't even research.
That needs 30 crude oil a minute. That needs 45, which means a standard belt is fine for that. But then we need a Mark II belt to go from here to here. Right, that should be back online. $22 plastic per minute, so standard belt. What's just in a Mark 1 and a Mark 2 power pole? If you hover over it, tells you. So that one there, it says, can handle up to 4 power line connectors. The power line Mark 2 can handle up to 6 power line connectors. So it's always going to use one connecting to the main grid. So that means it can connect to 5 others, and that means it can connect to 3 others. Currently standard conveyor belt. It's chucking out 33.7, so when I hook this thing up, standard belt ain't gonna cut it. Because 33 here and 33 with the other one is 66, so it's about 67, and a standard belt can only handle the 60. So we can standard out of here, but that's about it. We're going to need a lot of reinforced plate to upgrade all of this. You can get rid of rocks quite easily. Use a chainsaw, area of effect destruction on a tree or shrub nearby if you want to remove. Oh, is that the trick? You have to have a nearby tree to do it. And that removes the rock as well. How many hard drives are there on the map? Don't know. Why not have a container before the oil splitter so that you can dump all the oil barrels you have as well? There is one here. Is that what you mean? Did you get all your stuff back?
Yep. Just going to complete this milestone so you can see what's new.
I'm gonna need a lot of reinforced iron plates. Been near the wall.
I think there's some in a container at the base, isn't there?
Yeah, we've got a load of it. I just got to drive all the way back to get it.
Yeah, I'm at the gold ore place. I'm miles away as well. Just nearly got run over by the tractor.
Yeah, the bridge is kind of funky. Oh look, somebody left the remote control toy. The best thing is my truck is bugged out. If you look at the bottom middle of the screen, you see how it's on 93 fuel. That never goes down. And it has something to do with the fact that I put a power shard in there accidentally and it consumed it. And I don't know what's going on, but it's not burning fuel. It's very, very economical. Where was I making these? Here. Well, what I don't know, Captain Flint, is... has it consumed the shard and we're being temporarily powered by the shard and then it'll revert back? Or has it kind of bugged out and it will just never require fuel? Power shards are bugged for unlimited fuel currently. Ah, there you go. There's your answer. That would explain it. So apparently the power shard is a bug. It consumes it and has unlimited fuel.
It's no use to me because I can't even get in my one.
You can't get in your truck?
No, because it bugs out and then throws me under the map.
Have you tried disassembling it and recreating it?
And
Try that. That should reset it hopefully, but I'll save it beforehand.
I'm just running around with the blade runners on. It's just as quick.
Oh, I'm not going to run off of my... Oh, yes, I am. Hey. I think that's all of it. Random archways. Does overclocking machines hurt them? No, it just increases the power consumption. Exponentially. Just want to be doubly sure. There we go. Right. Superstitious of running underneath stackable poles. I'm not a superstitious person, so... Oh, can I have some frames, please?
Welcome to the nut house.
DB950 TVO, welcome to the Nouse DB. Thank you for your support. And thanks for the nitty welcome, guys. It's a great quality of life thing that you can have the range to place things. Oh, man, the range is enormous. Okay, that should greatly assist with the flow of plastic. Want to have the refinery just outside your main factory, so you only have one belt for the things that far. If he was, I don't know.
A more specialized use of Caterium has been unlocked. Smart splitters and new advanced electronic
Smart
parts are now
splitters?
available.
Smart splitters? Colour me interested.
If you go to a craft bench, there should be one on that floor you're on. You should be able to see, wasn't it?
Splits conveyor belts in 3. You can set a rule for which part should go left and which part should go right. Wait, what? Oh, is that so if you've mixed the belt up?
Also
Right.
an AI limiter, a supercomputer, and a high-speed connector.
AI limiter are super advanced electronics that are used to control AIs and keep them from evolving into malicious ways. What, is that a hint? Is that a hint
I
at
don't like the
how
sound
things
of
are going to...
that.
Yeah. There's no tooltip for the high-speed connector. Hmm. It kind of sounds like we are going to get some kind of robotic type things, and they're going to go a bit rogue until we limit them.
iRobot.
To answer your question about the oil, when we first built it and we hadn't got a clue what it was doing, we put the refineries down, didn't know how many products we could make, just discovered it. If it was doing it again, yes, I think you're right. We'd probably just belt the oil over here and then refine it here, outside the factory. It just makes more sense. Rather than having like 3 belts running along the bridge.